I'm Crystal Sparks, the Scientific Sessions, where we are joined with a woman who's really been instrumental behind the scenes here all week, Rachael Charbonneau. Thank you so much for stepping from behind the camera to give us an interview. What she does is she designs coaching programs for digital health companies. So I'm very curious as to know what that means for the American Heart Association.
Yeah, thanks, Crystal. What that means for the American Heart Association, so as you said, I design programs, coaching programs for digital health companies. Been doing that the last several years, and what comes with that is having to actually train the teams of coaches on the product. So where that comes in for the American Heart Association, I've been consulting with them the last several months as the genius Pat Dunn had this idea. He realized a gap between healthcare professionals and actually utilizing the technology that's out there in their practice. So I've been helping to create these training modules that should be coming out at the end of late January to really help healthcare professionals understand how to implement these tools into their practice and use them in a way that's actually affecting change in a patient's life. So modules 6 and 7 of that are more coach focused and how to use coaching conversational skills in your own practice. So such as a deep dive on motivational interviewing and how to meet a patient where they are using the trans-theoretical model or the stages of change.
Wow, so you not only create these modules, you are helping train the coaches on the modules. So what does that mean for patients?
What does that mean for patients? So as far as conversations go in somebody's practice, a healthcare professional usually, and rightfully so, a healthcare professional will give directives. They will give a care plan. They will tell a patient what they should be doing or maybe should be avoiding, what's helpful for them. When it comes to that coaching conversation, you take what's called the coach approach versus the expert approach. The coach approach is more, how do you actually implement that in your life? Like, what does that actually look like when you get home? What's realistic to do so? You tell a mom of 3 who's working the night shift in office that, hey, the DASH diet would be great for your hypertension, to move towards that DASH diet. But what does that actually look like when you get home? You've got your papers and whatnot. So where the coach approach comes in is actually asking those high mileage questions like, what do you really value? What would be really motivating for you to take some realistic steps? And what are some realistic steps to start to take those baby steps to change your diet and actually implement that at home? And that doesn't go just for diet, right? That can go for medication adherence. If somebody maybe isn't picking up their medication, a coach can, or a professional using coaching skills can have a conversation of, what's stopping you?
Thank you for breaking that down, and thank you for all the work you've been doing behind the scenes. Yeah. Without her, none of these interviews would have been possible, by the way. For the American Heart Association, I'm Crystal Sparks.